Oh, shoot. Get it or no? Oh, Lord. Hi, Sarah. Good morning. Sorry about that. Figuring my stuff out this morning. Let's see. Hi, Danielberry Sports Highlights. I changed what? What did I change? I don't know. I don't know anything. Good morning, Lois. What was I doing? I was looking for something. I don't remember now. Whatever, cat. You changed your room. Sorry, I didn't change my room. No, you're just looking in the mirror because Jack's being such a brat about the phone. So you're just looking at the mirror. It just looks a little different. Somebody is being rotten. How are you, Miss Lois? Still not sleeping? Seems to be going around. Whatever, cat. Okay. You had a small nap. I'm glad you got something. Even a little bit's important. Weird. I got an email. Huh, I don't quite know. I think somebody's asking for money, but I'm not quite sure. If that's what it is, if you're listening to me and you're asking me for money, you need to be a little more clear because I'm not quite sure what help you need. And if it's money, you probably come to the wrong girl, but I'll do what I can. Lois, have you had an opportunity to hang out with Daniel Barry when he's live streaming yet? He's just a fun fellow to hang out with. Lydia, hello. I love your name. No, but you are subscribed to him. Listen, I've been subscribed to him forever too and not caught him live until one night. One night I just happened to not be sleeping. Yeah, I'm glad I had that time because, yeah, I got to know him a little bit differently and be a little more, feel a little more friendly. Before he was just a name. Now I'm like, yes, that's Daniel, my friend. Hey, Jack, what do you think about eating these little treats I made for you last night with your pills in them? What do you think? Hmm? That's what I thought. If I put peanut butter on them, would you? If I put peanut butter on them, would you eat it? Yes. Hey, Zach. Good morning. How are you? Jack's being a little rotten this morning. I'm gonna see if I can bribe him. We're gonna try. I worked at Walmart this morning, so I am definitely buying a new, what's this thing called? This thing stuck together with duct tape and rubber bands. Tripod. All right. Yeah, I haven't. I haven't heard anything from you since you showed that fire, Zed. But you know I'm working, so I don't never catch everything. Here, peanut butter, a little peanut butter, peanut butter, chicken, and fresh pet, and a pill. Yeah. What do you think? Mmm. This is the first time I've had a hard time. Well, that's not true. I've been having a very easy time with his pills. It's been super easy. He's thinking about it a good deal. You're funny, boy. Everything is okay? Good. I'm glad to hear that. Yes, that is great. I saw something else on fire, and it looked a lot like what you had showed us. I was worried. fire was close to town, so they really jumped on it with everything they had. You know, this is not the time to be playing, that's for sure. Some scary stuff going on out there. I'm glad you're doing okay, Zed. Zed, you are so blessed. I don't know if you see it, but I'm sure you do. Sarah says, hey, Zed. What are you starting to see, Zed? Good job, Jack. Now I have to feed you breakfast pills at lunchtime? Huh? Yes, is that it? I love you. You're such a good boy. Good job. Good job, Jackie. Cool. I think Jack, I don't know. Stop it. Hi, Sam Gloves. Oh, you are starting to see it. I'm sorry. I'm just slow in the morning, you know. I'm glad, Sam. You deserve it. Sam Gloves. Our Sam Gloves friend is here. Look what I just found, Sam, while I was cleaning up. I found the glove, Sam. The same glove I've always had. Your glove. Just a disposable latex. Is that what it is? I don't know. But it's on. It's on for you for 6 seconds. You know, if you don't get this thing on right, it's just never going to be right. Jack says, no, thank you. Oof. All right. Sam's probably gone. I did this all for nothing. Well, Jack's entertained anyways. Oh, we might finish eating now. All right, what else do we need to do? Everything. Good to see everyone. I'm going to try and sleep. Micah, I did it for our friend Sam Gloves, but I don't think he's even here anymore. He just came in and said hi. That's why. How are you, Micah? Okay, I'm not doing that yet. Yes, sweet dreams, Zed. Noah says she hopes you can rest. Thanks. She's good. She's got a fresh cup of tea she's over there sipping. Thanks for asking, Micah. I'm glad you're finally eating, Jack. You can, if you would like. Jack definitely doesn't care. We've got to make sure we get the offensive boots in. She says, hey, honey. Sorry, Jackie. It's my work shirt, Micah. I just got out of the shower, so I haven't got dressed yet. Oh, gosh. You too, huh, William? Hi, Michael. Michael says, good morning, Cat and Jack families, and to Jack, hope everyone's having a great night so far. Snowflake is sleeping, but Moonlight and Nosh watch me clean dishes. They sat on the counter watching me. As someone said last night, what shoes on the bed? I don't know why I act offended when I do it, so people will say something, of course. Lois said, William, hello. I think you are in tired company here. Hi, Nikita. Jack, you certainly are making a mess, my friend. Oh, gosh. Will you work? I do work with Pepsi. Micah, never mind. Yes, I will work with Pepsi for maybe another year or two. We'll see. Nikita says, good morning to everyone. Hope everyone is having a great morning. Good job, Jack. Oh, you know what? I forgot to turn this one light on. Does that help? Any? Lova says Jack is eating, Deborah is chilling, and we're all just hanging out. Yeah, that's it. Sarah said, hi, Michael, Micah, and Nikita. That's a mouthful of names, isn't it? Micah says, is bringing a box is still in the mail. I love Pepsi and Coke. Those are my two favorite flavors. Well, you just said the bad word, Micah. I'm glad he's making a mess, though. It worries me when he's not eating, especially when he's supposed to be taking his medicine. You get a little rice on the floor. It's not too bad. You're right, Tom. This is hyper. Good morning to you. Micah, she was talking to a Michael. You misunderstood, friend. Not on my uniform, sir. No wiping on my uniform. It's not allowed. Oh, good burp. He says, I found the peanut butter, Mom. Micah, our friend Midnight and Snowflake. The man behind that name is Michael. There we go. Mm-hmm. Good job, Jack. All right. You got it. Exactly. Where'd you go, Jack? Are you still trying to get peanut butter? Are you still trying to get peanut butter? It's not for you. You ate your peanut butter, sir. You're so good. You're such a good boy. Okie doke. Sir, you've got the floor. All right, let me go ground wash. We'll clean that up. Look, so prepared. I'm prepared for you, Jack. All right. Mm-hmm. Are you sure you ate? Because there's a lot of food down here. Let's get you some fresh water. What do you think? All right. How gracefully can we get up? Jack says that's my jar. It actually is his jar of peanut butter. All right. Here we go. All right, buddy. This is Sarah. I have a question about your girlfriend. Her face is on the products of food. Yes, well, that was a different, that's Little Debbie. This is Big Deborah. Yes. All right, I need a towel. All right. Fresh water. Yes? You want some water? All right. There you go, buddy. Have at it. It's all yours. Okay. Hmm. What do you think, Jack? Come here, Bubba. You come down here. Hi, Rosie. How are you, ma'am? We are good, Rosie. What's today, Sunday? Yeah, we're okay. Okay, we need a fan. It's too hot. I mean, how are you? Well, I figured out when it says game, somebody said, "How are you?" I've got it. I'm starting to learn translate. I'm starting to learn the incorrect translations. Hi, Wayne. We're in Tennessee. Where are you? Micah says, I wish I could come down and see your girlfriend sometime and give her a hug. Aw. That's really sweet. Did not see a Lawrence. Oh, Lawrence. Lawrence says, yes, please. Yeah, girlfriend at Cat&Jack. Yeah, yes, sure, you could meet her. You're in Australia. I think I was just in Australia this morning. I was over at Burko's. Do you know Burko's Fishing Adventure, Wayne? Our friend Lois is in Wisconsin. home of cheese. They make cheese there, I heard. Cooking by Nasreen. Hello, Nasreen. We are good. How are you? How are you, Jack? You coming up? You want to come up here? You can? Lois says, yes, good cheese curds. Ooh. Why'd you have to bring the curds into it? And what the heck is whey anyways? I will, she says maybe one day there, wait, Micah. Maybe one day, you never know. But you'd have to fight Jack for her because Jack is in his spot with his girl. Oh, did you just see yourself? Uh-oh. It's a cheese byproduct. Okay. That's what Rosie says too. What are you humming there, Miss Rosie? I don't think you caught on, Wayne. My girlfriend, right there with my dog. Micah says that is so adorable. I'm gonna, well, don't cry. It's not worth crying. Jack is hiding. Now he's like really hiding. I see you peeking behind there. It's the liquid left after pressing the cheese. What do they do with it? Yeah, Deborah's enough man for me. Michael says, Micah, do you hear me calling Michael now? I'm going to read Midnight and Snowflake, and that is Michael. Some YouTube creators blocked me for posting pictures of my cats. He said this isn't a cat page, it's a skunk and raccoons page. I said it shouldn't matter what we post with pets. I guess the thing, Michael, is it's everybody's, if it's their channel, they choose, right? I welcome all animals. Anything you, as you know, we have a play-by-play of everything Daniel Kitts eats. Anything anybody wants to post is welcome. Farmers feed it to the pigs. Okay. Well, pigs will eat anything, though. Michael says, I told my daughter, other love me posting my kittens and cats. Micah says, does she finish her tea? She does. How you doing, Rosie? Rosie, are you okay, honey? Yes, are you okay? Bendy Ho. She's not crazy. Does she finish her tea? Just curious. Yes, she occasionally finishes her tea. Sometimes she'll leave a sip or two. Michael says, I'm blessed to have you, Cat and Jack, as great families to us. Yes, well, we're very lucky to have you too, Michael. Rosie says, I am perfectly okay. You are. Just saw lots of faces coming from your way. I just wanted to check on you. Yeah, those faces. What's that all about? That's what I say. So y'all know how I've been talking about I lost a credit card and I lost my debit card and I lost my driver's license. Well, yesterday I got a letter in the mail saying my debit card might have been compromised, but I wouldn't know because I can't find my credit card or my debit card or my driver's license. I'm looking. Definitely crossed. Wow. It's just weird. Just this whole time, this past couple weeks has been incredibly strange, and I cannot name why. Just something. Oh, you called them back. They were closed. How can you send me a message like that and say call us immediately and not leave a phone number? First off, there's no phone number on the letter. I had to actually find the number from my bank. Of course, they're closed. So how much do they care that I've been compromised? Rosie says, if you understand translate, then you need to try to decipher my emoji because as long as this translate is doing this, I will probably not talk. Sorry, there's not much I can do about it, but it's kind of the point of a chat room. Hi, Anastasia. How are you? I saw some of your shorts, Anastasia. They're cute. I saw some of your dance videos. Lois says they can put a stop to it. Yeah, but how helpful is it for people who don't understand? I mean, and it's I think it's good because YouTube understands that a lot of people use YouTube and chat functions to learn how to speak different languages. And while it may be annoying to us, what if one day you wanted to learn to speak Russian because you met this gorgeous Russian man and you were in love, but you couldn't tell him how much you loved him because you had no way of translating. I'm just saying, you don't know. Could be. I feel like I've seen a button that turns it off, but I don't know if that's for your individual chat or just for you in particular, or if I'm just making that up in my head. Maybe I didn't see it. What's that look for, Jack? Hey, Lois. So do you find yourself to be a detail person, Lois? I think you gave yourself away. Theory? Hi. Hello. What you just said was fine, usually. I can relate. I've been practicing letting it go, though. Letting a lot of stuff go. And and starting to be okay with it. Like right now, my house. Oh, when I start getting on a roll doing stuff with Mabel, like everything else goes to hell. And I pull all sorts of crap out from everywhere, and just this incredible mess ensues. And it's all new. I'm trying to deal with it. Okay. Unless we're going to work with no makeup, we better get busy. Creating a big old mess. It's what I'm creating. Sometimes I stop myself from doing Mabel's stuff just because I don't want to have to clean up a big mess. You love the possum? I'm thinking about bringing the possum to every video. Thank you. I feel like we have to get a possum now. We need a mascot. The cutest snarl. They can be super cute, but I've said before, I've seen them go after chickens in a chicken coop before, not personally, just on a video, and that was scary. It was not cute. I wonder if, you know, they say the chances of getting rabies from a possum are so low, but it doesn't say it's not existent. So I was thinking that possums would probably pass out from fright before they bit you, but maybe not. I really should learn more about them. So we do have a lot, actually. We have quite a few around here. I was watching something that said they don't purposely pass out or play dead. It's just an automatic thing that happens, and they can do that for up to 4 hours. It's like, what? Like zero. They're not completely immune from rabies, but their body temperature is so low, it's very unlikely for them to carry it. Although I had a possum here once, which caused my whole possum fascination. I had a possum here for years that would come and just spin spirals in my yard. He'd go come through my fence and in the front yard just spin in circles for hours. And then he'd be out here by the chickens spinning in circles for hours. And there was something wrong with that possum. It was suggested some kind of neurological thing, maybe not rabies. Michael, sorry. Hang on. Okay. William said it hurts paying a little over $2 for an extra large coffee, but I'm so grateful for the heat and a new bean flavor. It tastes great. I should have asked if I could have some of the beans. Aw. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying that cup of coffee. Sometimes it's the little things. It's really nice when it's just the little things. Hey Rosie, have you seen Amanda? You don't know? I don't know either. Oh. No, okay. Me either. Oh, that's good. I think it's been maybe a month. I saw her. She came in and said hello to Yogi. You know how she do. Let's do this. Well, I hope Mr. Yogi has found himself some sleep last night. I don't know how much more of that he can handle. Douglas says Jack does love Deborah. He does. I know. It's very interesting. Has it been a while, Rosie? Been having a. It's been. He's just been having a hell of a time. That's all I can say. Not just sleep. I guess when it rains, it pours. Till you get the damn message, whatever the message is. I don't know what my message is. Not losing all my money, losing all my access to my money. What is the message there, Kat? I've been particularly grumpy too because I can't get my cold medicine. Without my ID, I can't get my cold medicine. So I've been a little grumpy myself. Do you have ideas, William? I was thinking about asking my coworker this morning to go buy my pills for me, but I thought that sounds so drug seeking. I'd rather just suffer. I got delicious sprouted bread that I hope to make toast with and a bunch of mango. Nice. Sounds wonderful. What is your question, Miss Rosie? How are you driving to work without your ID? Well, nobody checks my ID before I get in the car, Rosie. I'm only in trouble if I get stopped. And even then, I still have a paper copy. I always keep a paper copy in my car with my work ID and with instructions. If something happens to me, instructions for somebody to go get my dog. So, I mean, I could still get a ticket for sure, but I do have proof that I have ID. And like I said, it's not official, it's not good enough, but they can look. And I'm gonna have to just, I think you can get a free one or you can pay for a copy to be sent. That's what I'm gonna do. William says, but Rosie, it's not, it's that I can't use that ID to get my medicine. They'd laugh at me. It's just, I had it. I had the debit card and the ID when I took Jack, when I picked Jack up from the vets. Or could I not find it then? I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I wish I knew some way that could actually help with the jaw thing. My dad is having breathing problems during sleep and reasonably even gives me a fear of suffocating. Yeah. Well, I definitely understand the suffocating and the mind taking you places that's very uncomfortable. I mean, I did that for a couple of years when my asthma was out of control. It was horrible. I did. I did check under the seats and everything, Rosie. I'm thinking maybe I threw it out. Maybe I was cleaning up and I threw it out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I paid the vet with the debit card, and that's the last time I saw it. And then I got the letter in the mail yesterday. And then I looked at my bank account. Nothing strange has been taken out. No, I didn't cancel my card, Sarah, because it's pretty reasonable to think that I've lost them in the house somewhere, not out. I don't really go out except for to work. William says, I will not be going through Tennessee for any length of time for the near future, unfortunately. We will miss you. I did what now? I lost all forms of identification and forms of payment. No, I didn't. That's a good idea, Lois. I'll probably call them tomorrow, just in case. William says, well, you won't get into trouble. They request you have the physical ID, but they can look it up and obvious force, you wouldn't be. I mean, they could if they wanted to, right? You're right. I mean, if they wanted to be a jerk, I've checked all my work clothes. That is the first place I looked. It's so weird. The thing is, I sat down last week or the week before with all my credit cards and I was trying to get a debt consolidation loan. And so I had all the card numbers out and everything ready to do everything, and then it fell through. So where did the ID and the cards and everything go then? I don't know. It'll show up, or I'll just get all new ones. Whatever. It's whatever. For some reason, I'm not supposed to be on this medicine, I think. Because that's my biggest struggle right now. Did you check the where you have your lawnmower? Maybe you had dropped it there. Desk drawer. Yeah, I've looked. Marlon says, I lost my disability card. Or, I've gotten to the point where I've asked the fairies to give it back. If all else fails, just say, fairies, I give up. I give up. Can I please have it back? The junk drawer is always a possibility. I've looked, Lois, but I am open to looking again and it being there. William says his dad is looking into a type of inhaler, but I don't know much about it or what to recommend. I know the oxygen booster things are largely placebo, so I tried to tell him to avoid those. Oh. Michael said, a woman who helped me pick my kitten named Nosh. Her dog Luna passed away at the age of 9. She has a great channel as well. What is the name of her channel, Michael? Marlon says, for me, unless I get stuff stolen, it basically always comes back. Just sometimes takes years. Years, but a good couple of weeks is not out of the realm of normal for me. Hi, Brendan. How are you? As soon as I see Brendan, I look for the monkey. What are you doing, Brendan? How are you? Do you ever lose your credit cards or your ID? The Pity and Kitty Committee. OMG. Okay, the Pity and Kitty Committee. Wow. No, Brendan? Wow. Marlon says, same. Months to years is the exception, but it's happened. You're just having a bourbon. Nice. Relaxation. Oh, what is today? It is Sunday night for you. Kicking back and relaxing on this Sunday night. Thank you for reminding me it's a Sunday night. William said I had a local anomaly happen to me today. Something I know I packed individually in another compartment. One item out of the location in a space in front, and it recovered a pen I lost. But I lost. Recovered a pen, but lost another token in the process of it, so it is super weird. William, things are just super weird in general right now. I think everybody's experiencing it in one way or shape or form. Things are just weird. Yeah, I checked the car. Especially the past couple of days, it's been raining when I get to a store, so I'll go and I'll search the whole car. I'll get in the back seat. I check the whole dang thing. It's it's just gonna show up one day. After I order it, that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna spend this whole next week calling places, getting new cards ordered, and when everything gets here is when the old ones will show up. Ah, Lois is the realignment of the planets that took place. I wonder. I believe it. I just definitely something's different. Michael says, yes, so many things are weird. Some TV shows are weird. That's true. Thank you for sharing that channel with us, Michael. The Pity and Kitty Committee. Hi, George. It's okay. It's not that serious. I'm just a little cranky and snotty. Aw. Michael says the women love the picture you made with your dog and moonlight together. And I will. Yep, I agree, Lois. A lot of people are going through something. So I just think, maybe. Oh gosh, the Angel Whispers has been talking. I have not listened to her lately, but does anybody know Anne, and and something? She's a channeler. She channels angels, and she had something the other day about a timeline speed up, which would definitely discombobulate people quite a bit. Rosie says you're calm as if it's not your first time losing it. No, ma'am, it's not. This is. I was doing pretty good though. I thought I had my crap together. It's just a good symbol of how I don't have my crap together. I'm just gonna blame Mabel. Maybe I actually did check some Mabel dresses, but they didn't have pockets. Brenda says, hope Lois and you broken are having a good one. Not as good as you, apparently. Jack. And midnight. Well, bless your heart. Thank you. Check Deborah's pockets. I have not. But you know what? Sometimes I do give her stuff to hold on to for me. William believes God's plan progresses. I believe God has nothing to do with any of this. Sorry. God's like, I don't get involved in y'all's dreams. Excuse me. Yes, I'm being fresh. Nope. Nope. You haven't had many. I did not check her boots though. That would be something I would do. Look at Jack watching me. Nope. I forgot. I wore these the other day, so. Mm. I do not have my cards in my phone's digital wallet because then I would lose my phone. And then what would I do? It's amazing. 11 years, I'm working on 12 years, and I have never lost. That's not true. I have lost my phone once. Platinum player. Dog says, get out of my bed. He definitely wanted to know what the hell I was doing with Deborah. Good morning, Platinum player. George Allen says, having a beer. Anyone want to join? Well, our friend Bob 8 Bobo is having a bourbon, so you're not alone. How's it taste, Jack? I wonder. Oh, it's Sunday, that's why. Brendan at Bob 8 Bobo says, cheers, George. And William says, I wish I could single Cat out, but when it comes to losing things, I think we all place as Olympic winners. I don't know. I only notice when I lose stuff. Carl Shell, did you know I was thinking about you? Good morning, Carl Shell. I started to say, I wonder, and then I was like, oh yeah, it's Sunday. Carl usually comes in a little late on Sunday morning. Good morning, Carl. Hi, are you okay? Lois says, thanks for the invite, George. You okay? Hmm? Good boy. He's a good puppy. Are you itchy? Are you super itchy? Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I had to, I had to tell him to stop scratching in the middle of the night. I could feel him scratching his ear because he was laying up against me. I said, stop it. Stop it. We'll play patty cake? I should have taught you how to play patty cake. Carl says you didn't join me yesterday. I have no idea what you're talking about, Carl. I know I was at work all day yesterday, dear, and I'm sorry. You definitely didn't tell me you were doing something yesterday. Michael says, I posted in my community her link and name. Okay, Michael, you can post it in mine too if you wanted to, but I'll try to remember. I'll do my best. Marlon said, hi, Carl. And Lois says she didn't know either, Carl. Sarah says, Carl. Norm. Hey, it's the same letters too. I mean, the same amount of letters. um, William said maybe on the counter with mail. I did go through the pile of all the bills that I was trying to consolidate when I had the credit cards all at the last time. I went through all of it. I didn't see it. But that's what I was thinking too. I'm still thinking one day it'll show up in that pile. It's got to. It's the only place that makes sense. In the mail. Oh, no. You know what's in my mailbox? OMG. I don't know what happened, but there is like an ant nest in there. They're ant babies and ants, and they're tiny, tiny, and they have taken over. So, Brendan, if you would like, Bob 8 Bobo, maybe you could join George in a private chat. I know, Sarah, what the heck? And there was mail in there. Who stuffed mail in there? It was junk mail. Oh, except for the letter telling me my credit card, or not my credit card, my debit card could be compromised. How dare they? Marlon said he would join you, George. William said, I cannot pay for any drinks, but I will sip water with you. Well, there you go. We've got a whole party. Lois says, oh, I had those once. Get rid of them. Your mailman will stop delivering. I left the mailbox. I don't know. Could there have been a nest up in the trees and it got blown down? I don't know. We've had some hellacious weather. Um, yeah, but I left it wide open so they didn't think it was a safe place. And I was thinking about getting something for it. I don't know what yet though. You stuck mail in there, Carl? Or at least you didn't stick the ants in there. You know what the great thing about Tennessee is so far is I have never encountered biting ants in Tennessee compared to Florida. Fire ants. Ooh, fire ants will light your ass up. So coming to Tennessee and having ants not particularly come after you is really interesting. And stickers, those medieval looking stickers that grow and dry and they poke at you. They don't have them here either. Marlon says, "What did I supposedly say? Oh, you were going to have a private conversation. I don't know. I think everybody was getting together for a private conversation with George and drinks. I hate to even mention bug spray because sometimes Yogi listens and then he holds it against me later. Lois, but I'm with you. Michael says, I love to make small mailbox for Moonlight and Nosh as a fan mail once I go live on here. That would be really cute. Sarah says, Ray, bird, they are burdocks. Is that what you call them? We just call them sand spurs. They were horrible. George says, George. Hi, George. William says, if Tennessee or Kansas legalized recreational, they would be mostly perfect states. Think I see more people in Tennessee though. I'm on the border of Tennessee and Virginia, where it's legal in Virginia and not in Tennessee. Tennessee will never go. They're too Republican. They're too Bible Belt. Yes, I don't think they ever would. Although they would solve a lot of financial issues. Carl says, "Oh, you use bug spray in the bed." Oh no, Carl, you got problems if you have to spray bugs in your bed, buddy. Marlon says, no, I certainly didn't say that, LOL. No drinks here. We're just, okay, Marlon. Marlon, do you not ever play with your imagination, friend? Cooking by, hi, Nasreen. I think I've already said hello to you this morning, haven't I? I don't mind saying hello to you again. I'm just trying to remember. Michael says, Moonlight and Noge are my bug catchers. They chase and... Oh, they chase... I can't see what that one bug is, and other flying bugs. And Nasreen says, hello, dear. Purple monster? Yes, a talking dog. William says, Cat, did you check near the headboard at the top of the bed? I don't know how frequently you place stuff on the bedside table. Yeah, never. Almost never. Ants in northern, I don't know that place. Brazil were fun. LOL not. I didn't get the rest. Lois says, hi, Purple. And Nasreen says, well, I will join. I met you through Village. I got you. I see what you're saying, Nasreen. Marlon says, which imagination friends? I guess that's a no, LOL. Yeah, I just picked up on that. Carl says, I'm burning the house down. Gosh, Carl. That's like, even though we've had a house fire before and everybody made it through, it's still one of my biggest fears. And I think statistically, I'll probably never have that to worry about again. Still is, though. Purple, I think you're confused. It's Big Deb in the background. It's not the dog. Rosie just came back and she says, I'll be back. I'll be back. All right, Rosie. Brendan says, I've just poured another drink, so cheers, George. George says, enjoying another beer. And you guys are just really syncing up. Brendan, are you really George? Brendan, are you playing with me? I think you're trying to pull one over on me. Okay, Marlon. Lois, ever the mom, says, put that fire out, Carl. William says, are you able to get cedar wood chips? Yeah. Carl is going to ban beer in America. You like beer, and why would you do that? Agreed, William. You're from Florida. You understand. Purple Monster thinks the dog is a ventriloquist. Okay. It's nice to meet you too, Nasreen. Hi, Jed. How are you? Martin says some ants. Just something a bit. Others are pretty bad. Yep. Yep. Lois says, that's okay with me, Carl. I will have my Pepsi. Did he say something about Coke? I missed it. Sorry, Carl. Let's see. George said it's Mondo. Remember? No, I don't remember. Carl said I'll ban beer in America, and that's why Lois said she'll just have a Pepsi. Got it. And our friend Jed says, good. I go to work at 9 and I bought pumpkin pie coffee creamer. It's here again already, huh? Anyways, back at the ranch with George. Purple says that's one of those red dog ants. Yes. I don't know where I'm at. I'm lost. Carl says I'll close all Pepsi factories and knock them down. Carl, why are you so destructive? What's going on, dear? William says it makes no sense because the alcohol prohibition, but now they are the whiskey bourbon capital of basically the world. Yeah. Really, William? William says they have improved mosquito traps now that mimic the hormone profile preferred by them. Oh, Lois says yes. Purple Monster says someone was talking about ants. Yes, they were. Lois says, what, put Cat out of work? Oh, Carl, you were doing something kind for me. I missed it. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you, Carl. I need a job just a little bit longer, though, okay? Can you wait before you start knocking down all the factories? Just give me another year till I figure out what I'm doing next, okay? Jed is pretty tired. Have you been up all night? Brendan said, cheers, George. Did you catch that, Brendan, that you guys were saying it at the same time? You were both pouring drinks at the same time. It's kind of funny. So I'm wondering, Brendan, are you George? George, are you Brendan? Yes. Should have known. Gosh darn it. How was your weekend today? Says, I'm George. No, I'm George. Your mom is George. Shh. Purple says the dog sleeping is contagious. That, yes. People do come here to go to sleep. You caught on. Carl says, I'd have all social media age verification. Carl, what would you have if you didn't have that to complain about, dear? Why is it so important? Because I know you don't hate babies. I've seen you on your live stream be nice to children, like in public. And Lois says, now why would I need to verify my age? That's right. William says cedar wood is natural insect repellent and can use spearmint or peppermint essential oil to discourage pests. Oh, you're talking about in the mailbox. Rosie, why are you sorry? Don't be sorry. But I'm glad you're back. And Carl would get rid of monetization. Okay. William says eucalyptus is another one, but it also attracts another insect, but I don't know its name. I used to help a woman with she had a organic garden, so we had to use natural ways to pest control. So which meant that like a couple times a day you'd go out and pick the damn bugs off the plants, which was a pain. But she had this old asparagus tree that just captured bugs. It like took all the bugs from the rest of our plants and sucked them up. It was the most wild thing. So I can see using plants uh, one way and another. It's all very interesting, William. It's all really beautiful, actually. Jed said, "Hi, Rosie. I just commented on your recent short video." Thank you for letting me know she has a recent short video, Jed. I did not know. Speaking of, I forgot I was doing this earlier. It's a little late, but whatever. Purple says vanilla extract and water in a spray bottle works on mosquitoes. Really? Seems like that would draw them in. I have never heard of that. Everybody's got an idea. Williams says the problem is how monetization is implemented. People should be discouraged from farming or cultivating reactions, engagement, and paid a fair amount for effort. Do not feel everything needs to be an eternal earner. Some people are like that, you know. Some people don't care. They just want the numbers at whatever cost. And I think YouTube does encourage and pay for that. You're right, William. Anyways, Purple says the dog is telling me, "Are you ready for some football?" No, we don't do that here. No. No, thank you, I mean. Thanks for the offer. It's 2:31 for Jed, and it is 4 a.m. 4:31 a.m. for Lois. 2:31 for Jed. Purple says, yes, it works for mosquitoes. Do your own research. George says, so who would like to join me in a drink and conversation? 6:30 p.m., Brendan says, on Sunday evening. He's got us all beat. George, you've got all sorts of people joining you. You just didn't even notice. Chad says, I just got yogi notifications. And it's 4:32 in Connecticut. 3:32 in, where are you at now, William? Snowflake snoring. Funny. Carl said Cat missed a comment. She did because she's getting ready for work, Carl. If it's really important, just post it again for me, honey. George, Purple wants to know what kind of drinks and who's buying. Okay, you're in Illinois. $3.32 for Lois. Thank you, Lois. Sorry. Jed said, Rosie, check your comment on your recent short. Hi, Vintage. How are you? Wait a minute. My bad. Iowa. Okay. I know nothing about Illinois or Iowa. I know even less about Iowa than I do Illinois. How's that? Vintage Jack is doing good. He's done been out. He's 8 and he's back to sleep. Carl says America is becoming GMT. Really? That'd be interesting, Carl. When do you think that'll happen? Well, George. George is very generous. He says just some good old beer and I'll buy. Purple says dude is cut off already on drinks. He doesn't even know where he lives. I think he's just I think he's just had a recent move, that's all. That was funny though. He wasn't even one drinking. There you go, Carl. William agrees with you. We should be GMT. I have no opinion. I don't care either way. Whatever. It's too many things to argue and fuss about. I don't care about the time. Lois says, take his keys. And Celsius from Carl. Again, another thing I could care less about. Well, you know, I have experience. I could do some field sobriety tests, William. We can make you stand on the line, do some tests for us. It's been a while. Oh, Lois says, no, not that, Carl. She draws the line somewhere. George says, having beers in SoCal and Anaheim. Nice. Oh, that's what I didn't read out loud, Carl. It wasn't for anybody but her. Julie, if you're out there. Carl says, thanks for joining yesterday. You're right, Lois. Can't have him driving cross country. William says, I do not like that we have time zones, a convoluted abstraction system to localize time, but I miss the rest. Shahi, hello. Hello, Shahi. I just think about your beautiful voice, Shahi. She's so sweet. Thank you for the like, Shahi. Thank you for coming by. Explorer says, sweet dreams, pet. Thank you, Explorer. And Explorer suggests liking and sharing. Thank you. We are good, Shahi. How are you? All right. Getting ready for work. I'm glad you're good, Shahi. You wouldn't say that if you knew me in real life, Carl. Shahi has one of the most beautiful voices on YouTube. And she's just one of the sweetest people. Explore says, I also had a little puppy like this, which I found in Jungle Tour recently. Really? Seriously? Did you keep the little puppy? George says, can I give you my number? Don't think Deborah would really approve. But Brendan said he'd take it. Purple says, this is really amazing. Too bad David Letterman show isn't on anymore because this one is great. Stupid pet trick. Thanks. Carl says he lost here. Me too. It's all right. Chimera of Catacomb in a jungle. Yes, you found the puppy in the jungle. So did you keep the puppy? That was very interesting. Brendan says, cheers again, George. And I hope you're keeping up. I think so. I think he had one before you. He offered another one on everybody. Lois says, don't worry, Carl. She can find you. Purple says, I love red setters. Me too. They are the freaking best. And I don't know why I waited so long. George says he is definitely keeping up with you, Brendan. Carl says, you'll never find me, Lois. Shahi, do you still have that pretty white kitten? Purple monster, this is Jack. Lois says, hide and seek, Carl. Shoes. Where do you think? Oh, there's my shoe. Okay. We're good then. Bye, Carl. Have a good day, my friend. I love you. Purple one. Guess who Cat is? Rosie says, I'm going to head out. Sorry. Much love, everyone. Bye, Rosie. I love you. Have a good day, honey. So, okay, purple socks it is. Oh, purple socks. Perfect. Lois says, love you, Carl. Bye. And will you be live on Tuesday? I bet you he will. Carl, did you hear that before you go? Lois was asking about Tuesday. Or are you doing some surprise live streams that we don't know about today? I mean, it helps if we know. If you want your friends to show up, you should tell your friends. Brendan says, George, what brand of beer are you drinking? Kathy. Who's Kathy? Ooh, I hate when people call me Kathy. That's horrible. Carl says, how much do you bet? I don't bet anything, Carl. I struggle with you sometimes, Carl. I love you very much, and I just don't know how to make you happy sometimes. Lois says, I didn't bet you, Carl. It was me. I said, I bet you he will go live. But you know what? It's not that important to me, Carl. Go live, don't go live. Tell me, don't tell me. Blame me for not being there, don't blame me. I don't care. Purple says it doesn't. Why he's had enough. He doesn't even know where he's at. Right. But I love you, Carl. That's from Lois. She didn't bet you, but she loves you, and I love you too. And I hope you try to have a good day. It's going to be fine. It doesn't matter what he's drinking. He doesn't even know where he's at. Gotcha. Bud ice, very cold. William says, I'm going to take off. Need to conserve data. Jefferson Lines is cheap and only gives 100 megabytes of free. Gray House themselves gives free Wi-Fi the entire bus ride, but they sublet or partner. Oh, well. Okay, so I'm taking it you're on your bus ride. Take care of yourself, William. Safe travels. Carl says, I was trolled badly yesterday. I'm sorry that happened to you, Carl. Why do you do that to other people? Lois says, I think Bob and George have struck up a friendship. Awesome. I do think so too. Brendan says, Cat, maybe if you give us a tap dance, that would cheer up Carl. Lois said, yes, take care, William. Purple Monster said, hey, Jack, squirrel, squirrel. Where's that squirrel? I didn't think he would pick me. Jack does know what a squirrel is, don't you, baby? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was not nice. It's Purple's fault. You blame him, okay? Or them. You blame them. I'm sorry. He's all warm and comfy, too. Nope, I'm not doing it again. We used to do it calling a kitty cat, but he stopped reacting. He does know rabbits too, but I don't know if he knows the name of a rabbit. Oh, his eyes are open. Do you know what a rabbit is, Jack? Is it a bunny foo-foo? Definitely got Jack's attention. Doesn't every dog have a squirrel arch nemesis out there? I love squirrels just because they're so funny and they love to play with dogs. They love to tease. I think it's hilarious. Carl says, I'm throwing the phone over the balcony. You remember what happened last time you did that, Carl? You had to borrow Laura's phone. Lois says, yes, my tag goes off on them. I can't think of any other, well, birds. Maybe sometimes birds, but there's nothing quite like a squirrel teasing dogs. They're just so funny. Purple says, my cell is too expensive to do that. Carl just wants a reaction. He's not really going to do that. And no, I don't want to bet, Carl. Lois says, Carl, are you throwing the phone down there so you can make a call downstairs? You could just carry your phone down. Yes. Purple says, well, good thing you got Jack, because if you started to lose any hair, lol, yes. You start noticing bald spots on Jack. You know what's going on. Somebody call for help. We do love our Carl. Yes. Ultimately, we do love our Carl, Lois. Yes. George says, please don't take any offense, but time to smoke a bowl. That's how we do it in SoCal. That's how everybody does it. I don't think you're limited to SoCal. Lois says, no offense, George. Lois, did you partake at one time in your life? I won't ask you if you still do. I don't want to incriminate you, but I'm just curious. George says, thank you. Purple says, or vice versa. If Jack had to go to the vet, you got his back. Never have, huh? Interesting. Carl says, slaint. I don't know what that means, Carl. And you've never smoked cigarettes. Good for you. Do you think, Lois, that you would now, if it was offered to you, would you say, I've gotten to this point in my life, I might as well, let's try it? Or would you just say, I haven't done it now, I don't need to? Brandon says, George, I've only had Miller once. They don't usually sell it down here. VB is the most popular. VB. Miller Lite. I've never had Miller Lite. I've had Bud Light though. George says, what the hell's VB? Victorian bitter. I knew it was Victoria something. So is bitter a beer? Noah said, I don't know now if you had asked me if I've had an edible or two. VB is beer. It's just called bitters. I don't know why I would drink anything called bitter. So does that mean you have had an edible or two? That's totally different. Purple says don't eat those in Texas. Oh my gosh. I have a well, my children live in a legal state, and my daughter is an expert edible maker, and she was trying out some batches once. It was not fun. Totally different experience. You, Rosie, or Lois. I'm glad to hear that. I always fantasized about getting my mom high. Just because she was always so uptight, and I knew if she smoked a little, she would relax and she'd be so much fun. Alas, no luck. Slaint in Irish means goodbye. Well, goodbye, Carl, again. We're getting ready to end. It's almost that time. Thank you for teaching me a new word. I'll have to see how that's actually said because I know I didn't say it right. Nice for the fiber. Okay. Sure. I am not saying it. It's not happening. Yeah, Lois says she's learned something new too, Carl. Let me tell you, Maddie, no frills. He had a bunch of people up yesterday, or I think it was last night sometime. He had a bunch of people on his live stream talking, and you want to talk about accents. I thought Maddie takes some getting used to. He had some people on his panel that speak such strong Scottish tongue that I could not understand a word they were saying. It was really interesting. George wants to know if anybody wants his direct number before we end. Melissa says yes. Sometimes that accent is thick. I don't know. I got used to Maddie, but then there was a woman, I don't know who it was, not Chloe, who had an even stronger dialect. Michael says, I speak some Italian and Polish. Do you really? That's impressive, Michael. Aw, purple. I think George knows. You trying to rub salt in a wound? Dang. Alrighty. Well, how did you learn your Spanish or your Italian and Polish, Michael? All right, so William suggested my table. So we're going to check. Mabel's earrings. My mom's side of the family was Italian, and my best friend's grandma was Polish. Nice. This is the only book Jack has ever chewed up. Of course, it was A Course in Miracles. Nope. All right, well, we looked. Lois says, I didn't realize you worked on Sundays, Cat. Yeah, I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's it. Michael says, so many great Polish festivals in Connecticut. You know what? I guess I was too young. I'd like to revisit Connecticut, particularly the house I used to live in. Brendan says, it's funny how Americans don't understand a lot of different nationalities speaking English. I think it's interesting how, yeah, it's a normal thing for other countries to have different languages. I mean, I just think Americans are a little lazy. Let the hidden joint fall from the pages. I don't smoke joints. That's an incredible waste. Lois says, I think we just assume everyone knows English. Yeah, yeah. Brenda says, I couldn't agree more about us being lazy or about the other thing. Purple says, I was being sarcastic. I was too. I'm not so snobby that I wouldn't smoke one. I just wouldn't roll one. Michael says, my nephew and nieces went to the Great Wolf Lounge in Connecticut near Fox. Wait a minute, Michael. I grew up in a place called, no. Wait a minute. Foxwood Crossing. I remember living in a place called Foxwood Crossing. So is there a town called Foxwood? They'll be home tomorrow. It's 2-hour ride from my house to there. I'm just trying to remember. There's a Foxwood Casino. I wonder if it's the same area. I'm gonna have to look all that up, Michael. I remember Foxwood Crossing. Okay, let me tell you these stories real quick before I gotta go. Peter Pan. Foxwood Crossing was a condominium unit that was just being built. So we lived in the part that had been built, but there was a lot that was still under construction, and all us kids would get together and this is really gross. We would hang out under the new construction and compare poop. What else happened at Foxwood Crossing? Foxwood Crossing, there was, okay, right above me, pretend like that sign is a big building. I was a little kid and I knew that Peter Pan lived up there in that window, way up there in that building that was still being built. I knew Peter Pan was up there. I remember crying for him. Come out, Peter, come out. It's Indian land. Maybe that's why I had so many wonderful experiences as a child there. It was wonderful. It was magical. I wish I had never left. I heard it's not the same anymore. But anyways, yeah, it was a great place to grow up. George, you're back and I'm leaving you. Havid says, you are awful, but I like you. Well, I don't know how to feel about that. I may go laugh, I may go cry. But anyways, either way. Oh, it is that kind of day. I could go cry. Anyways. Brenda says, you know that Peter Pan, the original story, is very dark. I don't know that story. I don't know that, Peter. Anyways, on that happy note, I'm awful. I love you. I love you. I love you all anyways. And I will see you tomorrow. Y'all have a great day. Bye.